Welcome, 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 beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family, to the post-match podcast of Paris Saint-Germain. Let's see the comments here. Okay, okay. No, I'm not hitting on the chance creation. I'm mad at the clinicality, the finishing. I know that Bulk had an insane game, but still don't matter. We need to score, man. The piece go midfield, leave a lot of space in between midfield and defense, playing like supposed with the opponents. Low block, yeah. It was Ghana. What do you call that? A bad I don't wanna even say bad performance because we didn't play that bad, but just lost the game, needs deserve to win. Nothing more I can say. It does, man. I said it in my video in the review. I think this is the biggest heartbreak of this UCL of this season in general because the UCL defeats irrelevant because we went through the group stage. You know, they're still there, but irrelevant. They didn't have an effect. This one can't do anything about it. We will not go unbeaten this season. In the appreciate it, appreciate it. Yeah. We don't change records, we change trophies, mon amour. That's the only way how I can handle this L tonight. I mean, it's that Rivi, and then whatever happens on Tuesday. Like the PSG players have to put in a performance, get a result on where is it? On Tuesday, which makes us forget about this. Like we beat Arsenal, and then we're like unbeaten. Yeah, you know what? We beat Arsenal. That's what we need to do at the moment. I gotta check them out. 100%, 100%. Obviously, Ayan, one thing that has been very important for me ever since I've created this YouTube channel is looking at the bigger picture. At the moment, though, now in this post match, at the moment, now, first 3 minutes, I want to take in this defeat. But obviously, bigger picture wise, yeah, no, this has still been a great season. We still have many stuff left to fight for. I'm very upset with Vitina too many times this game, especially over during the season where players make behind the line runs. Yep. I saw Mega PSG punters that one of them out. It's gonna be a long night. Yeah, for me, that's honestly worse than the fucking defeat. The Arsenal fans piping up after this game, man. It probably was. It probably was. Yep, exactly. 100%. When it comes in, this was a hard watch. You know what's funny? It was Mega first game physical at the Parc des Princes this season. Yeah, I saw that. It hurts, Arian. I said probably the most heartbreaking moment of the season, man. Arsenal would be solid defensively, which as Arsenal would deal with PSG compared to Madrid. I don't know exactly what the question is supposed to mean, but like what we will do different from Madrid is will be much better with the ball, both progressing and moving it through the ranks, and just getting it to our best players. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, man, the pack has been disgusting, man. No, you got Leverkusen, you got Arsenal, you got AC Milan and Juventus. Only four clubs have done it, but many clubs have come close, like us now. Yeah, that's a big game, man. I mean, even from the left, he was in. I don't think it was bad position. He just didn't play that well today. and he's been doing that in a couple of games recently. Yeah, no, he was insane. Exactly, Raheem. Ball. Well, we'll fight another day. We'll try to get the unbeaten maybe next season, maybe another season. Well, let me check out these. All right, let's take out. I really want to see what the players and Luis Enrique has had to say after this game. Mm. I mean, Saeed, the clinicality has been a problem for PSG this entire season. So it's not like just now this recent form. Well, we've scored one today, one and on. We're basically scoring one a game in the past four league games, which is just not good enough. Clinicality has been a problem for us this entire season. Does that affect the upcoming performance versus Arsenal? No. Mhm. Let's take a look. Vitinha. Efficiency made the difference. We're disappointed because we wanted this invincibility, but we'll have to meet up at Arsenal. It's simple, nice, we're realistic. The Nice scored on their rare opportunities we didn't. I haven't seen the stats, but hey. We consider a goal from a set piece, but it doesn't matter because we worked hard this week and we know what we do. We consider a goal, but it doesn't matter. We'll do better on Tuesday. What do you mean it fucking doesn't matter, Vitinha, man? Defensive crisis, defensive errors in several matches which are not exactly returning before the trip to London. PSG conceded 8 goals in their last 4 competitive matches. They conceded 38% of their goals in official competition this season from set pieces. Wow, I didn't know it was that high. 38%. Wow. We missed this match. Nice game with very effective plan. They didn't give us much space. We missed chances we had that were effective. We didn't like losing, especially at home. Even if we're champions, just points come through. Support the moment in the season. It's time to create doubts. Even if we messed up in the game, we have to keep the confidence. Important deadlines coming up, especially in terms of results. The goal was to win, but we didn't succeed. We want to win everything, even if we're champions. Some great things in the coach were Amers and carefully. We're very demanding. In a football match, their strategies are strong as set pieces. We try to do our best to get a result there. We had a very good season so far. We keep working. It's not the defeat that hurts. We'd like to play the same game against Arsenal to have third chance. We'll do our best for the supports. Needs to play an exceptional defensive performance, but we should have won this match. We should, could, would. We suffered their heaviest defeats in official competition since October 1st, 2024 against Arsenal. His weak point, we had targeted set pieces. We had prepared attacks with 5-3-2. We would also prepare this dominant mid, try to have breathing space from time to time. With the goalkeeper in a state of grace, even better. We need luck, of course. We got it. This bit was an objective, but that doesn't change our objective in Champions League to reach the final. My feeling, I don't think it's fair. We played the full match. It was a draw at halftime, but we deserved more. We pressed high, we ran. Needs a goalkeeper made an incredible save. Defense to stop singing. We tried to live up to our fans by fighting until the last second. We're a team that has courage. That was our characteristic. A hot blow, yes. The players are very effective. Football is like that. The match turned, but chance to go ratio is in our favor. All right. Mm-mm. Mm, 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 mm. Lee, we still wouldn't have got our props, man. I mean, I don't couldn't care less about their prop, man. I just wanted this unbeaten, man. It would have been so romantic, so beautiful, man. We've worked hard, really. We obviously recently broke the away game record, unbeaten. So would have loved this one as well. 100%, 100%, 100%. My thing is like I thought, the humbling we got versus Villa, losing that game, and how that second half went would put something into the players, but it's not looking good, man. A bit, yeah. Buwani? Oh, the player that got 2 assists? He looked good, he looked good. Didn't have that much of the ball, that many chances, but obviously got two huge assists today. This was a huge, victory and 3 points for Nice. We're obviously competing for a European spot. I think they could be in a Champions League position at the moment. Yeah, Nice sitting 4th now, same points as Monaco, 1 point behind Marseille. Mm, 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 mm. Which other teams have a clinicality problem besides PSG? Bayern, another heavy position-oriented side. Bayern, I actually look very similar to us last season in terms of like they're dominating all the underlying stats, like chances created, shot creating actions. Bulka or Allison? Honestly, Bulka. I think Bulka made greater saves. Obviously, that's a big Champions League game. This is a Ligue 1 game. It's different. So, no, I wouldn't say. Oh, out of the teams remaining, I don't know if they have a clinicality problem. Barca do not have a clinicality problem. I don't know about Arsenal and Inter. 100% Sochi, but honestly, this game, Sochi, it was not about. Yes, we should have scored more, but my biggest issue today, Sochi, and what killed the game off was the goals we conceded. I remember when we scored the 1-1 Sochi, the game opened up. There was space in behind. That's what I was expecting a bit in the second half. It's 1-1. Nice want to get a goal. We want to get a goal. But we conceded that immediately. They parked the bus, and then that set piece from Beraldo that cooked the game entirely. So, but no, I talked about it before the Dambuz reliance, and it is true. I mean, Due had an off game today. Kvara had an off game, and he's been having some off games. And Barcola obviously just came on as a sub, but he also had an off game. So that definitely has an effect. Yeah, PHB, we didn't create anything until was it that shallow opportunity? We had the Vitinha chance and so on. Yes, after like we conceded the goals, it was like 15 minutes of just passing the ball, keeping position, and so on. Okay. Yeah. Nice, but heartbreaking. Yo, what's up, Tosa? I can't hear you. Yep, true. Counter attacks from corner. Yep. 100%. 100%. I mean, if you look at all of their 3 goals, it's the third one is obviously set piece. The other 2 goals, it just attack us when we're not concentrated. And previously, we've talked about maybe a Nuno Mendes concentration issue, maybe a Dambuz concentration issue. Now it's that defensive and midfield just not concentrating. Like, I need to look back at their first goal. Where did that come from? Why was there so much space for them? The first one, for sure. I wouldn't blame like the opportunity they got, but he should be doing much. I mean, he should be saving that. That was straight at him. The other 2 goals, no. 2 good finishes. into the Arsenal game. Yeah, it honestly didn't look like they cared that much about the unbeaten streak. I think how this can affect the players' mentality is both positive and negative. It can either be, their confidence goes down for the Arsenal game, or they will use the Arsenal game as a game to prove themselves. So let's hope for the best, man. Let's hope for the best when it comes to the players' mentality after this game. 100% coach. I mean, I said the two most important thing why we lost today is the concentration issues defensively and not taking our chance offensively. And obviously, that's something that cannot happen versus Arsenal. I also think one thing that cost us this game, which has been costing us sometimes in the season, is when we go down. When PSG goes down, the other team sits back. We struggle to get back, and then they has to be fixed, man. Still can't hear you, Tosin. Mark has to go. He's weak spot on the team. Oh, facts, E2, facts. Uh, at the moment, I'm not even thinking about next season. We have, I think, 7 games left this season. Two object. I mean, Coupe de France, yeah, but I mean, just winning these games here. Allez Paris, allez Paris. I'm worried about Vitinha. Him not bringing anything offensive in the defense is a big blow for us. Then boost drop deep. Runners are not found. Yeah, no, there has been valid critique to Vitinha recently, so he definitely has to up his performances. Let's try it, Tosin. Let's go. If you're talking, I cannot hear. I mean, coach, we know we need an upgrade on Marquinhos, just someone that can like Pacho is really good. Just another because we push up so much, we need all of our two center backs to be able to defend in space. But I mean, that wasn't even what costed us this game. But in general, yeah, DM, I don't think that's a worry.
Yo,
Yo, I can hear you, Tosin.
wow, okay, finally. I don't know what's going on with my mic.
Wait, you're outside?
Yeah,
Okay. Tosin, whenever you could, if you could check the private chat, I sent a message there.
um, okay.
Gonzalo. What do you mean, roommate? Are you talking about us or people in the chat? The thing is, Toby, like I love Lucas. It's just that ever since coming back from his ACL, he still hasn't reached the level he was in last season. So yeah. But yeah, Tosin, what's your overall post match thoughts, man?
Um, Not much, man. I just think there's no need to overreact. First half didn't go as first half went amazingly in my opinion. I think every PSG fan should go back and rewatch that first half. If we come out with that same intensity, we'll score a lot of goals midweek.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, nothing else to really say. I mean, how many big chances did we create? Like 9?
9. 9 and missed 8.
That says everything.
Because Tosin, honestly, what lost us today's game? Even though like our attackers missed chances, and Bulka had a great game. This game was the defense, Tosin. You will never be able to win a game if you concede 3 goals, especially the way we conceded the 3 goals.
Man, the defense has been an issue at this point all season. And how cooked are Kimpembe and Lucas that they can't usurp Beraldo on the rotation. That says everything.
Fuck, man, that foul was so stupid. If he didn't do that, we saw what the chances we had at the end. All we needed was one goal. Why the fuck did Beraldo do that, man? %, Iverson. 100%. Now, we just want to critique the team, cook the performance, cook the mistakes, digest them, analyze them, go into everything. But yeah. No, horrible. And Bob season, this is not Madrid, man. Don't lose to Arsenal. Tosin, you here?
Yeah.
I've seen this interesting stat. So defensive crisis, defensive error in several matches which are not exactly reassuring before the trip to London. PSG have conceded 8 goals in their last 4 competitive matches. PSG have conceded 38% of their goals in official competition this season from set pieces. I didn't know it was this high. 19 out of 50, Tosin. 38%.
That's just insane, but it's a weakness we're willing to live with. Today I'm looking what I'm looking at is really that first goal that we conceded is unacceptable. We need to see it again. I don't know what's Marky.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the full replays to come out, man. Or the second goal as well. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Don't have to push him, to be honest. We can just
Shimon Mills here is saying, Pigeon, have you heard the crazy stat that every time the last 6 popes have died, an English team has won the Champions League? Tosin, do you think it's written in the stars? Rip, by the way.
I mean, you're not.
And I mean, Shimon, there is another thing as well. Every single team every single final that has been played at the Allianz Arena, the team that have won the Champions League, it's been there first. So that either goes for PSG or Arsenal, not Inter and Barca.
It's not Arsenal's destiny, it's PSG's destiny. And we'll see that on Tuesday night.
Yes, sir.
To be one is the holding mid right now.
I don't know. Like, there's really no reason to panic.
No, now we just... Yeah, like, as Tosin, now we can talk a little bit about the game. The players, I want them to just... The anger that they have, Tosin, from this performance or the letdown, the disappointment, use that as fuel for the Arsenal game. Vitinha stats. What am I supposed to see here in Vitinha stats?
My teammates are low enough.
Like defensive numbers or what?
What the fuck is purpose crosser? Yeah, I kind of. Oh, wait,
2 out of 6 ground duels won. Dribble pass twice. Is that what you want me to see? I mean, the thing about Ninja, we talk about Vitinha the most, is when he doesn't make some certain passes. You can't see that. Unfortunately.
Bro, Vitinha, we gotta understand what he is. Okay, he's there. He's an extension of the coach on the field. He's the most technically secure player on the team. His job, first and foremost, is to keep it ticking. Keep the rock. Keep it ticking. Okay. A bunch of fans are complaining about a pass he had for Kvara that was open for Kvara that he didn't play. I think it's on Twitter. I don't know if you can find it.
Yeah, I saw Mega PSG posted that. And I mean, we when that happened, we were saying, what the fuck? Why is he not passing?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I found it, Tosin. So we're sitting in some sort of very weird mid-block. I have no clue why we're sitting this. And as you can see, the space right here. Here's the defensive line. Nuno is pushing up. Vitinha is up here. Neves here. And you're when you look at this, you're like, okay, this is a dangerous enough opportunity. You got a runner here. Marky holds that guy. Oh, Good pause here. Good pause from that dude.
1 is 3, but
Nah, it's gross.
Oh
man.
my days, Donna.
I'm not blaming Donna like that. Donna should not be getting exposed like that, bro. In the middle. It's the
No.
middle of the field. It's the middle of the fucking field.
oh my god.
And he's exposed. Like,
Holy shit. Keeps getting
Yeah, I have no clue what our midfield is doing here. Because if just one of Vitinho or Fabian was here, there is no chance.
yeah.
But because nobody is there, it's completely open. Puts the pass.
Who was Markey pointing to? Who was number 5 pointing to?
Win. Here?
Yeah. Who's he pointing to? Who's he talking to?
Maybe Neves? Yeah. Marquinhos went too quickly to this dude. I think someone in the chat said it too. Yeah, Vitinho's
Exactly.
up
Yeah. This is the time for you to actually back up, bro.
to be down.
The one time you need to actually back up to defend the space. He doesn't.
Yeah, because Marky here, Tosin, he should go here. Just follow, just stay. Wait, it attacks too much, and then that guy is open. All right, let me see the
Overcompensate.
second goal now. Neves' fault. I'm panicking. This better be Lucha's master plan. Okay. Okay, Tosin, we got the horrendous second goal here. So kickoff played.
Perfect mid-spawn. Time to show.
They play an immediate long ball. Pacho has it straight to them. And here you're like, this is calm. There's nothing here.
It's Due. Do you think Due should follow Sanson at the
What
bottom?
do is here? Oh, I wasn't even thinking. I'm mostly looking at this runner here, Tosin.
Okay.
This dude here. Look at him here. Someone needs to follow him there. And then Pacho has to go to him. And then this dude is not closed to make the cross. And yeah, now let's, as you said, focus on Sanson here. Up. It's disorganization, Tosin. Just like in the Villa game, it's players, even in the Nantes game, it's just players not holding their position, a gap's opening up. Because we press so high and we are so open. When you leave that space, so yeah, I mean,
Kind of fast.
very, very bad, very too open, man. Just too open. Eight goals in last 4 games. We haven't kept, like, in general, Tosin, this season, defensively, let me see how many clean sheets we've had this season. No, I mean, Sak, it's all about mentality. It's all about mentality. We went to Anfield.
I think you do it here.
It's a huge game. And obviously, Sak, if you go into a league game, if you go into a Champions League game, you're not going to have the same motivation, same mentality, same hunger, bro. You know, that's been one thing that is very huge, Sak, from Luis Enrique. Okay, ever since Luis Enrique has come in, there has been utmost professionalism in Ligue. Like in Ligue, we've only lost 3 games under Luis Enrique, past 2 seasons. Only 3 games. You got the Nice game last season. And before games, Toulouse game last season and the Nice game this season. Both came after we have won the league. So a bit irrelevant. But yeah, I don't like how we slack off, man. I don't like how we slack off. But defensively this season, let's take a look at how many clean sheets we've kept this season. So you got Montpellier, you got Girona, you got Marseille, Arsenal, Toulouse, Auxerre, Salzburg, Monaco, Le Mans, Toulouse, Brest, Réchouan, Angers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 clean sheets, and we played like 50 games. 13 out of 50 games clean sheets is not good enough. And now it's at its worst. 1 goal. No, 3 goals today. 1 goal, 1 goal, 3 goals, 1 goal, 2 goal, 1 goal, 1 goal. Absolutely embarrassing, man. Yeah, beaten us twice at the park.
I missed.
Yeah, man. I just don't. I'm not worried. Genuinely,
Holy shit.
it's just on Tuesday the attackers got to really show up. If the defense fucks us over again, then so be it. But the attackers got to ride out on Tuesday.
You're winning, right?
We need to score goals. We only scored one today.
Don't you have like 10K? Fine.
No, I mean, Tosin, the only ones, obviously, PSG fans have taken this game, going into the Arsenal game, but it's obviously Arsenal fans are doing it.
If you're an Arsenal fan, I don't see how you can be encouraged off of that game. Maybe in terms of results, but in terms of the intensity shown, like the movement of the attackers and the midfield players, like
What the fuck?
No, but
you cannot guard that, Arsenal. You can't.
No, but they probably think like PSG is a team we can survive against. PSG is a team we can sit back in moments, let them have the ball. And if we just take our moments, as you saw with the 3 goals that they got, like they got 3 easy goals because we just opened up for the 2 goals. Third goal, stupid set piece to give away.
Someone is mid.
Like Arsenal could have that kind of a result. Like an Aya makes a lot of astonishing saves.
What is 2,800?
If Raya makes a couple of astonishing, then this sport is scripted. He's not that good. Like if it's the same type of game where we put in an incredible performance and lose 3-1, I would just there's enough. I don't see that happening. Eventually, things just correct themselves, bro.
I'm flashing long.
Do you change anything in the lineup?
No,
Damn, I missed.
no.
My bad.
Just keep as is. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, maybe the only thing, Tosin, again, this is not the biggest thing, but do it, Tosin.
Mhm.
Play him as an interior. Like if you take all of Dua's performances, like when he plays as an interior, he's performing much better. He can still have a great game as a winger. It's less consistent,
But who do you take
especially
off?
when
Like
teams sit
Fabian's
back
playing
like
well.
this.
Last one. I trust you on that.
And that's for more so the home game. Like if we're chasing, then you play Due there. Not
Yeah.
right now. Like Fabian's playing very well. Like you're gonna bench Fabian?
No.
He needs a bit of a bot.
Yeah, just keep the same lineup. Anyone that rewatches that first half will be
Like the last person in our team, this guy is really.
you'll be encouraged.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Warren Zaire Emery is just the one player we need to talk about. Ever since Warren been fornicating with his girlfriend, he's just not been the same player, dude. That's it. Like, there's
He was
nothing
so
else that
bad.
explains. Yeah,
Like,
nothing
Tosin,
explains
the
it.
bar is so low for him,
We all
but he managed to come on and be like, nah, hold my beer, man. I can be much worse.
Yeah, he cannot see the pitch. Unless we're like trying to preserve a lead or something. He cannot see the pitch on Tuesday.
Here's the stats for the game.
No, this looks like for the half. This looks like for the half because it was 9 big chances missed. Or which game is this? Which game is this? Is this another game you're looking at? PHB 99. I want this midfield. Ruiz, Neves, Due.
Who doesn't have ammo?
Look, man, like now is not the time to bench Vitinha, man. I know Vitinha he hasn't been up to par, but that's just part of it has been fatherhood. Vitinha just he just had a daughter. He's probably having sleepless nights with his wife. That's just all it is, man. Like Vitinha's gonna be just fine. Now's not the time to just change anything.
No one wants to wait for you.
But yeah, Ruiz, Neves, Due. I mean, that's a midfield you play when you're strictly trying to play in transition. Which would be interesting. But right now, I don't think it's the time to tinker. We're gonna need to keep the ball at the Emirates as well, and Vitinha is. He assures possession. He's the extension of the coach on the field. So, yeah. How can Barcola miss that last chance, Mo? Yeah, man. It just goes to show he's lacking confidence. He just scuffs at it. He had so much time to take maybe a touch or two to set himself up, for the shot. And he just snatches at it. I'd like to see it too, but it's not happening versus Arsenal.
Holy shit, the motion. One is -7.
Yeah, Tosin, I'm back.
Yeah, my bad. I think it was only the second half. 2.78 XG.
32 shots, 13 on target, 9. If we have this same kind of performance at the Emirates, we're gonna score like 3-4 goals.
Yeah, no, Ninja, we've talked about Barcola, man, here.
I would have really loved for Dembus to score today because it would have been a really complete performance, if he added a goal to that game, to that performance. And it would have put him in peak confidence for Arsenal. But look, man, I'm not worried. We still go to war, so everyone will show up. The team will show up. There's really not much we should not be worrying after this game.
Lucho, fuck Arsenal, they're cooked. Let's go, Lucho, man.
Me and GT, we go B, everyone else A. Okay.
13 on target, Emirates. We don't think we'll have 13 at the Emirates. Let me see.
We don't need 13 shots on target. What we need is 4 goals. We can have 4 on target and score 4 goals. So
one is mid.
Is there any game you would like to compare? I mean, we you know what? We can go back to the PSG Arsenal game. Just look at the stats. Because I mean, the stats were just very dead in that game. Let me see. I think this 3-1 loss is a blessing in disguise. Take me on the show and explain why. I mean, you can explain from there, man. But obviously, this can, revive the hunger and so on. But I thought we were going to get that after the Villa game. I didn't think we had to lose again. Here's the Arsenal PSG game, Tosin. We had 10 shots, 2 on target, 0 big chances. Arsenal had 5 on targets, 1 big chance, 0 big chances missed.
1 big chance against our shit defense. We could only conjure up 1 big chance. Just a shit team, man.
Trust me.
Arsenal don't give up shots. This is the
Okay,
Emirates.
me in purple, we
Bro,
do
what do you mean
these.
this is the Bro, the Emirates is just it's a fucking corporate atmosphere, bro. Just a bunch of metrosexuals and wannabe businessmen that go to that fucking stadium, bro. Like, bro, there's a reason why they don't want 3,000 PSG fans as opposed to 2,500.
Maybe.
Psych, I think it all depends on the game. Like when we're playing teams that fully park the bus, Psych, like Nice today, yes, I would like the boost to drift more to right. Like I remember it happened the same in the Nantes game. In the first like 25 minutes, Kangi Lee played on the wing, then Booz sent forward, then that changed. So I think when we do play park the bus, and I don't think Arsenal gonna park. They can park it in moments at the Emirates, but I don't think for the majority of the game they would do that. So then I would much rather have the boost false nine. But if a team is parking us, I want to have them boost more strictly on the right. Maybe
Look,
Dewey can play as a central guy then.
it's
And
not,
drop
there's
as a
no,
midfielder.
like, at the end of the day, it's the team rotates, so no one's really fixed, especially when it's Doué, Kvara, and Dembouz. No one's really fixed in
Yep.
one position. So
Better fix the weather.
there will be phases where Doué drifts to the middle, Dembouz
Better fix the weather.
stretches the field out wide.
Yeah, bro. I'm not
Same thing
coming
with
to Boston
Kvara.
with this
Same,
bag.
like Kvara moved to the right to combine with Dembele. Remember that big chance we had? The Dembele just splits wide.
Oh yeah, Dembele missed. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fluid, man. No need to change anything.
You don't think they will play at Tuesday because of his early sub today? I think Lucius comes. What? No. I think Duo would start.
Yeah, this is not just because Doué was a little subpar today doesn't mean. Honestly, even with him being quote unquote subpar, I mean he still showed more than 29 today. Yeah, Barcola needs to come off the bench. Dembouz is gonna cook the shit out of Arsenal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Zuma.
We need to buy. Frank.
Yeah, Duo missed a huge chance today.
We're asking too many questions.
I wish we could have the game now, but what will happen now is 4 days of
waffling.
I mean, we're back to being the underdogs, Tosin. We're back to being the underdogs.
We were
losing that Villa game, the league form we've had going into this game.
The reason why we're underdogs is simple. 85% or 90% of football watchers, of football fans today in 2025, 85% of them are Prem-tards. They're Prem-tards, being a Prem-tard is a disease. It's a disease on the spirit of football. It's a disease on football discourse, and that's it. Because Arsenal are in the Prem, they haven't shown anything impressive except beating Madrid, and beating Madrid is not even that impressive considering how they've been playing this season. But other than that, they might gas up the 5 goals against Manchester City, but everyone, playing Manchester City is like going to a brothel. You just get your pick of the winner. So it's when you look at Arsenal, there's nothing impressive about them.
I mean, the defensive solidity is. I mean, if we're gonna say, oh, Simeone's Atletico is so good because they're so good defensively. I mean, you gotta give it to Arsenal. Then.
Look, dude, there is no defensive solidity when Saliba is error prone and Kiwior is playing. There's no Gabriel. I rate Gabriel actually higher than Saliba.
Maybe
Gabriel is actually he's the real line leader of that defense. And
yeah, but they still defended really well versus Madrid without him.
Bro, Madrid are not good. They have a tactical headache in Mbappe. If they maybe just played 2 attackers rather than 3, maybe, densified the midfield a little bit, played the, the little brute game that Arsenal were trying to enforce, it's a much, 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 much closer tie,
They don't have to play them.
you know?
Yeah.
Also, those 2 free kicks are just
I'm heading out.
No, I know. That's why I'm strictly talking about like the Bernabeu defensive performance they had.
We'll see.
bro, but look at Madrid's game plan.
Thanks for the game.
They were just crossing the ball.
I mean, you seem good enough to carry them. So
Like Lucas Vasquez was looking
No,
like
but
their most.
what would we have done different? Like trying to find overloads on the sides and so on.
I mean, just way more. Yeah, just way more. We play a more finesse game. We're a finesse kind of team. Madrid are not that. Madrid are more brute, more physical. So it fits Arsenal. It's it's bumper to bumper. It's a bumper to bumper kind of game. Paris Saint-Germain are a
Like a
far
Premier
more
League game.
skilled side. Yeah, exact. Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. So Prem-Tard see a Prem-Tard game. So they're expecting another Prem-Tard. They're expecting a game where their physicality and quote-unquote intensity, none of which matches PSG's, by the way. They think that's going to overpower us on the night.
I mean, Tristan, one thing I've learned from this season, and just in general, even since last season, is we're not good when like the opponent scores, Tristan. Like
do you
in a
mean?
game,
When
like when we go down and they sit back.
Liverpool scored. I mean,
Yeah, but that was like first leg, not second. I'm talking like when we see the goal, Tristan, and the game plan changes, and the opposition sits back, and we're vulnerable from the counter.
so is that what you fear against Arsenal? That they'll suddenly be a great counterattacking side? They're not good as a counterattacking team.
No, I'm
Goals
afraid.
The
If I'm
goals they
gonna be
scored
afraid of something, it's us doing some defensive stupidity.
against,
They get a goal, and then they
Yeah.
sit back.
that's fine. Even if they sit back, bro, we have so many mid block / deep block unsettlers in our team. Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, Desire Doué. That's a game for them. Why are you so scared of the low block? All it takes is magic. One moment of magic, then they'll have to stop that low block at home. Bro, let's
I
stop
know, but like that
blocks.
Villa game, Tosin, we scored three insane goals.
2, you mean?
Yeah, okay, 2 insane goals. To open up their deep block. I don't think that's something I can expect from
It
the
was
team all the
transition.
time.
Oh, you're talking about the first leg against Villa. My bad.
Yeah. First game Villa. I know that the Kvara second goal was a counterattack as well. Okay, let's just take the first one then, the Dewey goal.
Yeah, that can happen.
It can happen. It can happen. Like we can concede early on to Arsenal, and then Dewey can have a magic or Kvara or anyone.
Or Dembele.
Just
Yeah, anyone. Even Vitinha. Did you see the shots Vitinha had today?
yeah.
Anyone can score. Anyone can score. That's the beauty of our team. Anyone can score on the night. Our 2 fullbacks scored against Villa. Like anyone can score. So it's not. We don't need to worry about that. I'm not worried about Arsenal's low block. Arsenal cannot generate football to the level of Paris Saint-Germain. Period. There's no need to worry. Anyone who denies that, like, you're just not objective at all. You're just mad that we're confident in our team. That's really it. You're mad that we're confident in our team and we're stating an actual fact. PSG are a much, much better footballing side than Arsenal. It's a fact. Just deal with it. And if we play with that same intensity that we did in the first half, I don't see how Arsenal
Yeah.
cope
No,
with that.
for me, it's much less what Arsenal can do. It's more that what we can do. Like what we've done defensively recently, Tosin, is obviously a question mark. But I'm still calm because I know, Tosin, when they go into that game, they will treat Arsenal with respect. They will treat that game as a Champions League semi-final with respect. It's not 5-1 up versus fucking Villa or Nantes or Nice or something, and we've already won the league. So, yeah, you know what? I'm really not that concerned going up to the Arsenal game. Just the PSG players know and should know they have a point to prove in that game for us and what's been happening in the recent games.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This is typical of PSG. If you're a PSG fan, you know this. We always lose the league game and make up for it in the Champions League. It wouldn't shock me if, we've lost today, we win at the Emirates, then we lose to Strasbourg away or something.
Yeah.
Just throw that game.
And Justin, obviously, the main thing that hurts is the unbeaten. If we didn't have the unbeaten, let's say we lost in match week 14, Tosin, how would you feel if we lost this game?
Yeah, you wouldn't care.
It would be a completely irrelevant game then.
Yeah. Part of what makes this game a little sour, though, is it's at home. If it's an away game, sure,
I know,
But
man.
at
But
home,
like we're much better away under Lucha than at home, man.
yeah. The park ain't what it was, Like Arsenal fans, I can even admit this to you guys. Let's say we go home. Let's say I feel like if we're going with an advantage back to the park, let's say 2-1, 3-1, the tie is still not over. You have a chance, because we're not at home for some reason. We're just not. I don't know. It's like they're demons or something, that we can't over.
I mean, but yeah, that's one thing gone now. Let's focus. I mean, we have 7 games left, I think, this season, plus the Champions League final.
Yeah.
We need a new stadium for sure. But I mean, even if we build we're gonna build a new stadium, but I mean that's gonna take like 4 or 5 years. So, when's the last time Arsenal won a trophy? I think FA Cup in 2019.
When was it? Really, 2019? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that when Aubameyang was cooking in the FA Cup, man.
Damn. Like, honestly, bro, deep down, Arsenal, you don't belong here. You don't belong. Actually, look, you earned it. You still earned it.
Listen, I don't want us. I don't want us to have this this mindset, man. Even with Dortmund, Tosin, we overdid it last season, and Arsenal are better than Dortmund.
Are they though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, they're better. They're a bit better. But the thing is, we're a lot better than last season. That's also needs to be taken.
Yeah, I know, Tosin, but the thing is, it's not even a football thing. It's like a mental thing. Like what we're seeing in the league games now, Tosin. Like this Nice game, Tosin. You can compare it maybe to Toulouse game.
Bro, this Nice game, let's just keep it a bean. If we have to blame someone, like an individual, which is, a little can be unfair, but if you have to blame one sole individual for tonight, it would be Lucho.
Oh, with the subs especially.
Yeah, like he threw away this game.
He didn't care.
He threw it away. Just threw the game away.
Yeah, because that Beraldo substitute gave away the goal. Dembouz had a lot left in the tank.
Yeah, and that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. Just you better win in this. You better win in the semi. We better win this shit. Yo, Khalifa in the chat. The PSG and Tosin switch mentalities.
Wait, what does he mean by that?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. You kind of sounding pussy, bro. You're
no,
like, I don't
it just no,
Tosin.
Honestly, this
Dortmund,
no, it just this defeat hurts a lot. And second of all, Tosin, I think we had a more similar opinion about Arsenal, but after those 2 Madrid games, my opinion about Arsenal changed. I think especially that second performance, but both performances in general. No, Arsenal is a team that we need to be
That's
not
funny.
worried about. More, this is a team to beat. This is a tough team. I'm not worried about Arsenal. I'm not worried about soccer or anything, but just
Against
as a unit,
Liverpool,
as a team, Arsenal are a strong team. They're very hard to beat.
interestingly, against Liverpool and Villa, I was like super wary, super cautious. You were the opposite. You know, even after the 1-0 loss in the first leg with Liverpool,
Yeah,
you were like, yeah, we're gonna come back. What is Anfield? Like you made those videos about Anfield. You exposed
yeah.
the
What is
Anfield,
that? Yeah,
and the comment section, they're clowning you in the comment section. I mean, you had the last laugh, so we've been having the last laugh all season. I don't expect it to stop now.
N-
But the thing is, though, you've switched in terms of your mentality. Conversely to myself, where I was, very wary of Liverpool and Villa because I looked at Villa as like a wild card kind of team.
yeah,
Rashford, Asensio, players that have had connections with us. You know, I y- and the fact that they had like, you know, Digne as well. Just all these play. Shit can just be weird. Football is a weird sport. So losing to a wild card, I think Villa looked like that team that could be primed to do it, and it almost happened in the second leg, right? But
yeah.
um, Arsenal, bro, I know the history of Arsenal. Like they're
To-
genuine.
Tosin, like if we talk about Arsenal's mentality, I was waiting for that Bernabeu game because that was a
No, I
game
never saw.
perfect
I
for
never.
Arsenal to break
Did I not
down, but
tell
they
you?
never. Not
But
about
did
the
I not
football,
tell
just
you
about the
it was over?
mentality. Going
But
to the
I did not tell
Bernabeu
you it was
with the
over after the
pressure that
first
was
leg.
on them, like like the mentality I saw from Arsenal in the two ties, it was great, man.
But it's easy to have that mentality when it's against a shit team. When it's against a team that
Yeah, but
are
Madrid
just
still
not
a
playing anywhere near.
huge team, still a huge team with huge pressure. Like
Bro,
everyone said, Madrid
they
were the
played
favorites
into their
going into that
hands.
game.
They played into their hands. They were playing with a lead. You know what I mean? Like it was a whole different vibe. Like Getafe bossed Madrid at the Bernabeu a couple months back. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
but
not a good team.
UCL beating them 5-1 on aggregate as well. Like, what we're even coming to Tosin, like, we both agree that we're confident in PSG. We're both confident that PSG will go through. We're both confident PSG will win. The only thing I'm doing is I'm saying that Arsenal are a solid side, Tosin. They are a very good side defensively, how they move in their shape, and even as I mentioned, mentality wise.
Nice's
But I might,
shape, Nice's the way how disciplined they were. They had a very
yep,
disciplined defensive shape today, and we still
yep,
created chances at will. So
yep.
I don't see what you're seeing with Arsenal just for like, bro, we have athletes as well. We have movers. I don't see how they're able to cope with how quickly we move the ball, how strong we are in 1v1s. Like I just I'm serious, dude. Like Arsenal are good, but they're not a team that can stifle us, to be honest.
Okay.
Like
What I would say, Tosin, is
Gabriel, it's more interesting if Gabriel's playing because him and Saliba. Now you're talking about one of the top five center back pairings in the world. Just like but it's not even as strong a pairing as we faced Van Dijk and Konate. You know what I mean?
yep.
Now you're facing Saliba and Kiwior. Kiwior is food, bro. The guy is food. If he gets isolated, he's finished. He's absolutely finished. Like Declan is gonna
For me,
have to protect him extra on the night. Declan, that their coverage down that left channel, that right hand channel for us, it's gonna have
yep.
to be picture perfect. I don't see a way out for them. They're gonna have to be flawless, spotless on the night. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, for me, we got to be clinical, obviously.
Yeah.
Don't make any stupid mistakes. If we just play our football without those two big flaws, which has sometimes been a recurrent thing, we're going through. But if we do give away a goal to Arsenal, if we do miss a lot of chances, well, then it also depends how Arsenal are gonna shape up. Obviously, they may. It's looking like they will only be missing Partey for this game, so
Yeah.
we'll see what they do.
Which kind of is it's a little bit of an advantage for them because that'll let them know that Partey's not playing, so we can't try to go mano a mano with this team.
Yeah, and also obviously depending who they play there. Like if they're gonna play Rice there, he can't push up as much. He can't be as an offensive
Exactly.
threat.
Exactly. So they're just gonna keep us in front of them. That's it. Gonna be another 60 to 65% possession game,
Mm.
and we'll dictate how the game goes.
Yeah, no.
As we
For me, Tosin, from the first leg, the two big flaws we had in the first leg, it was not pressing them, but then also not being able to progress it through their press. Like we have to progress it through their press, Arsenal, whenever they decide to press it. They will probably press us in the beginning, first 10, 15 minutes, Tosin. Imagine we
they
get an
will.
early goal. Because Arsenal, Tosin, they are a very good team when they take the lead, Tosin. But they're not a good team when they're trailing behind.
I think they're just fucked. I think they're fucked in both situations. Even if they take
Or
the
even
lead.
if they're up.
Yeah, even if they take the lead, we're gonna suffocate them in their own home. We're just gonna suffocate them. And then when we
Without
score,
press.
what are they? Yeah, simple as that. The game plan got to be on point.
Because thinking about big Champions League games, have we pressed away? Like Liverpool, we didn't
Very
press
good.
that much away.
No, we did not. No.
Like Arsenal, we have to press. Like I want us to press Arsenal.
Also, don't have a center forward.
Yeah.
We can press. We should press them.
Mhm. Let's go,
That
brother.
free. Every single team which comes to the Emirates to play fluid football loses. What is your definition of fluid football, Mr. Patrick Dawson? Because I don't, apart from maybe Barcelona, and that's a stretch. That's a yoga stretch. I don't see any team playing fluid football. Maybe Betis in La Liga, but they don't play with anywhere near the same intensity we do. So I don't see which teams have come to the Emirates to play quote unquote fluid football. Now, if you're saying expansive football, that's something else. But the quality we have is different. Arsenal play the highest average line in the Prem and face the lowest average blocks in the league. This isn't a coincidence. Okay? That's the Prem. This is not the Champions League. Okay? Because PSG probably play the highest average line in their league and face the lowest average blocks in their league as well. That is also not a coincidence because we can suffocate teams. We have more quality. Like, let's be honest here. Let's let's be honest about this shit, bro. Can you take a good nap on Tuesday holding the battering? Whatever. 3 days left. That free kick merchant wouldn't start for PSG. I don't know who you're referring to. This Tosin guy, he has no clue about this Arsenal team. Okay, man. Tosin guy waffling as usual. Tosin negative ball knowledge. Patrick, it's your turn to shine. Fluid football is the football PSG play, blah, blah, blah.
There was no suffocation then, son. I mean, ZFB, I don't know how many times we have to say this, but bring up anything from the first game is completely irrelevant and is basically a null and void point. So if you want to make any point, showing your confidence for Arsenal, yeah, do something better. Mm.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, G.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Just I'm using a different microphone this time around. Well, what have I missed thus far? I've only just gone I've been watching you guys speak for like less 10 minutes or so. But what did I miss before?
Dude, I'm oddly confident for some, and yeah, I don't think this game, that was recently played is anything to, be disheartened over.
Are you more confident, less confident, or just as confident as you were before the game?
Just as confident, probably a little more, because I really loved the pace we played at in the first half.
Interesting.
Did you enjoy the first half?
I mean, by the goal we conceded, yeah, I thought we played pretty good. We played good, not like our best, but we should have had more goals. I'm thinking like the Dewey chance. When there's those games where you're missing bad chances, where you're like, we're gonna get a goal and this is gonna be a romp. That's how I felt at that time. And then they score. I'm like, okay, crap. But plenty of time. Fabian scores, equalizes. Okay, I'm thinking, Lucha's gonna get into them in the second half, and we're gonna go and smash 2-3 past them, and then they score 25 seconds in, and we labor, and then they score. Even at that point, I still thought, okay, maybe not a win, but we can get a draw. And then it continues to go on. I'm not sure. Did Dembele came off before the third goal, if I'm correct? He came off like 60th minute. They scored in the 70th minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at that point, I'm like, yeah, no, we could actually potentially lose. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not saying like we're all of a sudden gonna get smacked, but I think it's certainly this game. It's not really just this game, but especially the recent last 4 games. I think the last 4 games we've got 1 win, 2 draws, and a loss. So we're not in great form. And so based on that, you got to go and say at least the confidence is shaken a bit. I still think we can go and get a result at the Emirates. My predictions, I still think it's going to be a draw, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It certainly does shake your confidence. And the bad thing too about this is that this game by Nice basically gives you a blueprint for Arteta to go and follow when playing PSG. Sit back, okay. Obviously, you can't play on your keeper having standing being basically under the influence of the Holy Spirit and whatnot. But like sit back, take your chance as well, and then kill us on the set plays. I don't know, like. I mean, I'm
Junior. Even Frank Hayes talked about like preparation for the game. He said one thing we prepared for was set pieces.
Exactly, and the thing is, though, it's been a recurring issue with PSG, not just with like Luis Enrique, like for the last like 4 years, basically ever since Gijo's been at PSG, it's been an issue. And like I know I've been, especially recently, he's had good games in the Champions League, but for me, he's still like. I'm not 100% sold on it because yes, he can go and give you performances against Liverpool. He can give you performances against Aston Villa in that second leg when we were really going through it. But then he goes gives you what you have today. Like I saw him Fatma, he got like a 4.8. I think if I'm not mistaken, Nice got 3 shots on target, 3 goals. Yep. 3 shots on target, 3 goals. Now, obviously, it's not like they're howlers by him either, but it's just again not coming out for crosses every single time. He's coming out. It's looking shaky, and it's just it's too. We need somebody consistent. The thing is, though, is there somebody really out there currently that is a clear step better than them, and that you can invest in the future? I'm not sure, but for me, I'm not saying I'm Donna out or anything. I still he's still done us wonders in the Champions League. It's just that and even in that not game, he makes that save on I think it's Castelletto as well, to basically keep us in the game. So I do realize his upsides, but for me, I'm not saying he's playing for his contract, but he's not he's not for sure in terms of continuing on.
I don't know. I know we conceded 3 goals today. You always
the fact that you can say some shit like that about Donna, but not say that about number 5 is just crazy to me.
About who? Markey?
Yeah.
Oh no, man! I was gonna go and say today, This is scandalous for me, but Marky, if the price is right, Marky can go. It would hurt my heart, but Marky can
Wait,
go.
how can he change that much, Junior? How can he, I
No, I
remember
think
last one I said, would you send him? But no.
No, I think if somebody comes in with like I don't know 80 million, yeah, I think you'd be crazy not to say like even if somebody came with like 150 million, even for like I don't know, okay, even like for a duo, you think about it.
No, I would lose him for free. I would lose him for free.
No, I wouldn't say because I mean I still think in terms like if the price is right, but I do think first and foremost we don't have an alternative, another right-footed center back. So just in terms of like having somebody in that rotation that can play that role, we need somebody. And then also it's just to have somebody sort of be able to sort of just put him under pressure a bit, so to speak. Like, because again, you go and you think like even that first goal. I mean, I haven't seen all the goals back really, but like, why is our defense basically opening up like the Red Sea? Like, it's a well placed pass and everything. It's a fine finish, but it's just too easy that like a team like Nice is just opening you up like that so quickly.
Yeah.
The second goal, what can see 25 seconds in, one cross, bang. And in fairness, I mean those aren't fully their fault. I think if anything, probably Due is potentially at fault on that. He's not tracking his man. Even Hakimi's not really going in there. And then the third goal is despite I think I thought actually did a pretty good game. Fabian Ruiz with the goal that he scored, and I thought he was actually pretty lively in terms of winning balls and whatnot. I think he's responsible for the most part on that third goal. He just doesn't track his man, and it's a free header. So it's just mistakes. And the thing that I don't understand though is that I think it was this season or last season where somebody asked Luis Enrique about set plays. Do you guys practice them or anything? He's like, nope, we don't practice them. We don't do them. And it's like, well, okay, if we're constantly conceding from them, what are we going to do? I really hope that they're at least practice for Arsenal, because genuinely, I said it in the previous.
No. The Arsenal ahead of Arsenal, he said no, because what he says, Junior, he says we have a team. Every single team you build will have strengths, will have weaknesses, and he knows he's self-aware that set pieces are a weakness of this team. But he's like, the strengths are bigger than the weaknesses. Like Lucho probably he said this game, he said, I'm very happy with the performance today. And if you tell me we'll go to Emirates and have 12 shots on target and not big chances, I would be very happy with that. So I think Lucho's focusing a lot on the inclinicality, Junior. Like right before they got their first goal, what happened? Dembouz missed a big chance and Due missed a big chance. They get their goal. It's about the moment. And
Dembouz, what? I mean, I'm blanking. Maybe
you remember from Kvara on the right side.
The right side.
The one that went narrowly wide.
Oh, the one where he shot wide. Yeah. I mean,
those two chances we had right before, and we had to score. Kvara had a good chance as well. So I think that's what Lucho is focusing on. He's saying that we wouldn't have been in these positions if our attackers were killing the game off, if they were scoring the goals.
No, I think today the bigger thing is the defense, because I mean, also like in fairness, you have 100%. Another performance where the keeper is like just that, like you guys mentioned right before I came on, like the Vitinha shots. Some of those are just out of the those are ridiculous.
The best save was easily the Gonzalo save.
The Gonzalo one, even the Vitinha when he has it, like
the Gonzalo save is one of the best saves I've ever seen.
It's just like stuff like that. Like you can't like on those that Vitinha shot where you like what are you going to tell Vitinha? What? Like put it more in the top corner. The Gonzalo Ramos one, like I mean, I guess you could say you could place it a bit better, but like they've done their job there, and you just got your keeper. That's like the XG from PSG. We created chances, we had big chances, and of course the keeper just stood on his head. Another like I don't know what it is at the pack that opposing keepers really enjoy, but again, but like if you think in terms of like your XG, your XG was like 2.26 or something. So let's say you score 2 goals, which I think would have been fair for PSG. You still conceded 3. The defense.
Let me ask you this question. You this question. Which more? I think the game at Emirates is more of a must-win than the Park because of today's events, because of just the bad fortune we get. The misfortune that we, suffer playing at the Park. I feel like the Emirates game, we really have to win that game. Like we really need to win that game, bro. Because like you said, goalkeepers just turn into mini gods when they come into the Park. Even Emmy, I mean, look at what it took to beat Emmy. Emi Martinez when he came to the park.
No, I mean, I don't think it's a must win. It's just it's a must
Oh,
not like
for me,
lose.
it's a must.
No, I think it's a must win. I think it's a must win.
It's a
Must
must
win.
Looking at the like Junior, look, we can sit here on the post match after the Arsenal game. If we have a really good performance and it ends in a draw, Junior, we can be like, you know what, we can still take a draw. But now going into the game, no, we definitely have to look for a dub.
Well, obviously, I think we, like I want. Of course, we go into every game winning, but like if you get a draw,
No, we
it's
have
like,
to expect it. Like we can't say let's go for a draw. We can't have that mentality.
obviously no, you
Obviously have
don't
to
do
go there
that.
for a win.
But it's not like I don't think it's a must win because you I mean, even though you said it previously, the part if any we've got better away form if anything. So yeah, I don't think it's a must win. It's definitely just a must not lose. I would go and say, because if you go and you think of how many games that we've had where we're down, we need to win at the park, and that doesn't happen often. But like, when you go and you think the Liverpool tie you lost at home, you went on to win. With any other ties, Barca last year you lost at home, you went on to win. Every single time where we've been down, where we've been losing in the first leg, we come back to the park. The first one that comes to my mind was our Dortmund last year, obviously. There was also Madrid 17-18, where you lost 3-1, and you know, we can come back. So I think it's more so it's just a must not lose.
Which team is better? You know, Liverpool when we first faced them back in February. You know, or no, actually we faced them in March. Sorry, I think it was March.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool when we faced them back in March. Liverpool going into the game, right? Or Arsenal coming into this game. Like, which team is better?
I think they're on par with each other.
On par.
Yeah. Because I mean, then Liverpool were in their
form. Based on league form, you know, Arsenal have only won I guess one league game in their last 4. I mean, they beat Chelsea. They narrowly beat Chelsea at the Emirates.
I mean, I can't remember specifically what the run for Liverpool was, but they were even back then. They were drawing games. They weren't I probably maybe I still edged up to Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool had the subpar performance against, I think it was Aston Villa at Villa Park.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think they were on. On par.
Okay, so you think that's on par? Okay, but around that time though, you do know. Around that time, you were saying Liverpool the best team in the world.
Yeah, based on what I like from the Champions League, and they were still, I think pretty good. They were on their down.
So does that mean that Arsenal are the best team in the world, or close to it?
No,
since you're saying that they're on par. I mean, you're saying they're on par.
Well, at the time they were going. Well, I mean, I would say that like in their the peak that Liverpool at that time, other teams were not at their peak. They hadn't reached their peak, if you want to go and say. As in if you would put Liverpool, that team today, based on maybe not today because I guess most teams are now not really perform. In fact, really, realistically, all of the 4 teams coming into the semifinals are not performing great, honestly. Arsenal drew against Crystal Palace, drew against Brentford, PSG, 1 win in the last 4. Barca narrowly beating who was it? Leganes, was it? If I'm not mistaken. One of those teams. Inter getting pumped again by AC Milan. So all the teams are not coming in the hottest of forms. I think there's also just your games are coming in quick and fast, and also perhaps just the idea that you're really putting a lot of your eggs in the basket for the Champions League. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, to go back to your question, I think they're roughly. I have to go back and look at what Liverpool's last couple fixtures back then were, but yeah, I think they're close. If not, if you had to push me, I'd probably say Liverpool were probably slightly better still, but it's not some gap or some chasm.
That's fine. I think we're levels above beyond that, personally. That's why I just don't see why we should be caught. We should be, super cautious or something going into Tuesday.
No, I think you don't. Well, I don't think the players are going to go in there. I think I had today I had a recorded an episode for my podcast with Jawan, who's one of the members of the front three, who's an Arsenal fan. And like he even admitted in terms of like 11, he said that PSG have like players. We did like a starting 11, both combined starting 11. We both agreed together that there were more. I think we had 7 PSG players. And said PSG could hurt him. He said that he thinks that Arsenal get through, but like on penalties at the park. But he said it's close. He said 55-45 in favor of Arsenal for him, but that's really close. And that he's like, he is nervous with PSG.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him, Junior.
Yeah, no. I mean, he was objective and say, honestly, like, PSG or
I just think that sounds like a fan that knows his fate. So he thinks of the most unlikely scenario, which is like them winning on pens. Like if Arsenal,
so his prediction was we had the same prediction for the home leg or away leg for us 2-2 at the Emirates, and then I said a 2-1 win at the Park, and he said a 1-1 draw, and they go to penalties and they win there. That was his prediction.
That's insane. So you're saying you foresee a draw on Tuesday?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at a draw, but I don't see that happening. Like I think that's disrespectful. I just think that's concerning.
What's your prediction then? I can't remember. I know you gave your prediction. What was it?
4-1.
No, I don't think we're going 4. I don't think we're going. Arsenal haven't conceded more than 3 goals in like 3 years. Obviously, there's a first time for everything and whatnot, but
yeah, and PSG hadn't conceded 3 goals before the Villa second leg, and Lord knows how long. Like, who cares?
Significantly less too, though. Like if you said a 3-1, I could
Bro,
see.
Van Dijk, okay. Like you gotta understand how good this team is and how the players talk about facing this team. Van Dijk said this is the best team we face since fucking City. Like in the last 3-4 years, this is the best team we've actually faced. You really think man, we really underrate ourselves sometimes, man.
We said that City last couple of years. Well, you mean that same City was, if you talk about last year, they drew against Arsenal and then lost in the first game. So and this is me again as in an Arsenal hater. Like Arsenal's good. They're not they're not some fodder Ligue 1 team that we're gonna trample upon. I think they're good. The boys are gonna have to play hard, play well. But I still do think they have the quality to beat them. And on our day, we're better than them. And on top, without taking into account their injuries, I don't see like a 4-1. Even though obviously I'd love it, but yeah.
That's fine, man. Like 4-1 sounds a little.
As in first perspective, we beat Brest 3-0 away from home.
Yeah, we did. We scored 4 against City, We scored 3 against Villa.
But I'd say Arsenal are better side than both those teams.
I don't see it that way. Not that much better than Villa.
No, as in how much is not that much? What?
I mean, they're on par. Like they're discernibly better than Villa.
They're better.
They're discernibly better, but it's still it's a discussion.
So are you saying that is the gap closer between Them and Villa, or them and us?
I'd say the gap is much closer between them and Villa.
I just disagree then.
Man, you don't really rate this team, bro.
No,
Like, this is
I'm
an
rating
all-time-
Arsenal. You just don't
No.
rate Arsenal.
This is an all-time team. Is this Arsenal team an all-time team? This is arguably the best team we've had in the QSI era. And you're talking like this. This is
Yeah, but
nuts,
this is also arguably since Wenger's left, probably the best team Arsenal's had. In
no,
their
it's
era,
not.
too.
No, they've regressed. They've actually regressed.
From when?
This Champions League
From
run
when?
has just helped them. I mean, from the past 2 years. The season before, the season prior to that, like, they've regressed each season.
I mean, they seem pretty.
They've just regressed.
Finished second.
Like,
second.
bro. second. I mean, you know.
I mean, they went further in the
eternal-
Champions League.
Eternal runners up, man. But that's what I'm saying. This Champions League run is like, okay, so we made the quarterfinals 1 year, then we made the semifinals another year.
Sounds like progression to me.
Not really. I mean, if that's how you want to see it, yeah. For small clubs, for middling clubs, yeah, that's progression. Not Paris Saint-Germain. Like, if we lose in the semi, which fan base would be more upset? It would genuinely be PSG.
More upset?
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
because look how far we've come. This is the second time. We've made back-to-back semifinals now. We're the only team from last year's semifinal pool that's back here. If we're gonna lose to fucking Arsenal, are you fucking are niggas fucking nuts? Like, nah, dude. And Lucho got to be looked at different. He got to be looked at differently if that happens, which I just don't believe it will.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. That loss against Nice, it hurts, man. It's also the fact that they've beaten you twice at home, and if I'm not mistaken, they were also the team that eliminated us like a couple years ago in the Coupe de France on pens.
Yeah, with Galtier.
Yeah, and Bulka had an insane game that game too.
Didn't he used to play for PSG?
Yeah. We got him from Chelsea.
Chelsea reject. Well, we got him for free from Chelsea. Antero Henrique. Back then.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait for this game, man. Semifinals. It feels great to be here once again since last season, and yeah, only one team can go to the final. Oof.
We slapped Madrid, LOL. What is a PSG saying? I mean, you'll get to know on Tuesday, G. You'll get to know.
Yeah, we.
Yeah. My answer to all the Arsenal fans that feel like that is you should 100% take away prop from how you knocked out Madrid, the scoreline, both performances. But this over arrogance that you beat, you're basically saying, oh, we beat Madrid. What is PSG going to do? PSG is a better team. So it's great that you beat Madrid. It's giving you great confidence going into this game. But respect the sport.
Bro, Van Dijk said this is the best team we've faced in the last 5 years. The Brest coach all over our nuts. Arne Slot called PSG the best team in the world. Villa, the John McGinns of the world, saying that's the best. I've never faced Real Madrid or Barcelona, but that's the best team I've ever faced. The Arsenal players, they're gonna be saying the same shit. They're gonna be saying the same shit. And niggas talking about Arsenal. Oh my god.
Wait, Mo, what's your percentage? What's your percentage for PSG going through? Like split?
Like 60%.
Okay, yeah. I 55-45, so we're like similar.
Yeah. I even said, like, basically as the Liverpool tied junior, I said 55, 45. If I want to be confident, I would say 60-40. So I basically see this time very similarly to the Liverpool time.
Yeah, it's tight. Like, I mean, Tosin said you said 75-25.
Tosin, what did you say for the Villa and the Liverpool game? Like Junior, for Villa, I said 70% PSG.
I don't remember the percentage split I gave for those ties, but 75-25 kind of corresponds to a 4-1 win. Don't you think? So I'm that confident.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the Villa, I think I said 65-35 or 70-30. But yeah. The thing is, though, too, the worst thing too is that because now, if we'd gone invincible, we could have gone all these Arsenal Glazers. Oh, invincibility! We could have said, okay, yeah, cute. We've gone invincible too, but now, like, yeah, anyways, it's annoying.
Oh, I think Phil's in the chat.
Yeah, I just messaged him.
What did you guys think of our front three today?
Encouraging stuff. Like Due was a little subpar today. Kvara had some lullish moments. Dembus probably should have had a goal today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like every player kind of left something on the table there. But still some encouraging stuff, like in terms of movement, 1v1 play, commitment without the ball. Everything was still there, so not much to worry about.
No, I hope Lucho critique the players after this game. Like, come on, what the fuck are you guys doing? You can't be doing this.
100%. 100%. Because they were saying it now. They wanted to go invincible this season. So, yeah. Yeah, for me, it's annoying. Like, I mean, the thing is that we could literally go invincible in terms of away games again. But it's just like, even though like it's an impressive stat and whatnot, but yeah, you guys were saying like the pack is like low key. The pack is a bad vibes stadium for us.
100%, 100%. That's why Emirates is a must win, dude. That's why I was telling you that.
I mean, I'm not superstitious like that, but like that's why I'm like, well, speed up building permits. Thank you for the pack. Thank you for everything that it's done. Great memories, but it's time to go. It's time to go.
Dembele had Nuno, you calling that a stinker? Have some shame, man. That's not a.
Yeah, no. He's probably
That's
like
not a stinker.
probably one of our best players today.
Stinker is a wild take.
Although it's been a while since he scored.
Yeah, man. Not since Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Like we need him to score, man.
Who's your starting 11 against Arsenal?
Same starting 11 today.
Hmm.
I was considering Barcola for Due, but nah, I changed my mind, dude. Like I think Barcola right now is like in the doldrums, like he's in, like his confidence is kind of shot.
I think I'd have to agree. I mean, he had that one shot where he just shot it right at the keeper.
Yeah.
I feel like I already know how the game's going to play out at the Emirates. We're going to see some disgusting low block, fugaziness, terrorism football. They're going to get some fugazi corner, set play, something like that. And we equalize, yeah.
Okay, so you think they score first?
I mean, Loki, they probably could, yeah. I mean, I'm
No, it's
thinking,
possible. It's definitely possible. I'm not. I actually think it's better that they score first. I'm not
no,
even gonna
okay,
lie,
no,
bro.
I've never seen that, but
So that we can calm down and finally just play our game. Okay, the first goal's in. Okay, now you guys can stop shitting yourselves and play your game.
I don't think you need the first goal to concede the first goal for that to happen.
I feel like sometimes this team kind of needs a shot in the ass, bro, and that's what a goal
It
does.
likes to excite the pressure of them, like happened versus
Yeah,
City.
yeah. Like
No,
I
no. For
swear,
me, you never
sometimes
want to concede. You never want to concede. You never want
I
to
agree.
concede.
I agree, but
Yeah, but where was that comment I had up?
Like, I'll be honest, like now when PSG go like when we went that goal down, I'm like, we're gonna score. We're gonna score. We're gonna score. I know we're gonna go and score. Even when it was 2-1, I'm like, we're gonna score. We're gonna score. We're gonna have a chance. We're gonna score. It was only when that third goal went in, I'm like, okay, yeah, like, we might actually lose this game.
yeah. But
And
you're
even then, I
talking
still thought we could potentially get the draw.
about Nice, dude. Do you feel that way against Arsenal? Like if they're 1-0 up, let's say they're 1-0 up 30 minutes in. Like, are you really panicking like that?
I'm not panicking, but I'm less confident than I would be against like a Nice, just because Arsenal are a better team defensively. But I'm still like,
I don't think. Yeah, they're a better team defensively. You can say that, but Nice today, the level they were at defensively was really good. Like they closed the spaces very well. Like it's in the second half that they kind of started to tire, but like in the early portion of the game, there were no spaces really to exploit. But we still created openings because when you have a combination of movers like Dembele, Kvara, um, Due, even Fabian. Fabian had a quality game today. He kept making that run. Um, that was stretching them. Pause. Like, I don't think Arsenal can handle the same, the same unpredictability. No team has been able to actually shut us down unless they're actively parking the bus like Villa did in that first leg. We still ended up scoring 3. So it's hard to actually just shut us down. Like we're not going to generate openings. Like I just don't see that happening.
Yo, what do you guys think about this comment here? Even though we lost it, we definitely looked the best we've had since Villa first leg.
yeah, I agree.
Probably because we played best 11. Our players actually wanted to win today compared to the recently games where it was just don't lose the unbeaten streak. Hopefully get 3 points. It was somewhat an unfortunate game, but it's also defensive mistakes, unclean cutouts in front of goal. But
Yeah, like I think of the last 4 games, this is probably our best performance, which is why if we'd lost like this to Nantes, I mean, of course it would have meant you don't get that unbeaten streak away. But I would have been more like, yeah, that's fair. But it's the fact that
yeah,
you
this
actually,
was the game to win.
yeah. That's the thing. In fairness, so you got to say, based on our last performances, we had it coming as well. Like we've been in a slight downturn of form and not really taking it seriously. And my only slight concern though with this game is, I'm not saying it's not. I don't think it's just PCs of past where this game now puts completely throws off the team's equilibrium. But I said now for the league now we really have nothing to play for. At least before we already won the league, but you're trying to get the invincibility. Now there's, I mean,
But look, like I said, dude, if there's one single person to blame for this game, you have to point to Lucho. From the moment he subbed out Dembele and Neves because he was on a yellow, he basically said, "Fuck this game."
well, no, I don't think he's the primary fault of there. Not this time around.
Oh, come on, bro. His subs just killed the game.
Yeah,
bro.
true. But you still think that if you have we still created chances.
I think he was willing. He pre-planned this shit because he has one eye on Arsenal.
Well, yeah, that's smart because if we're saying this, and if we go when we play, Dembele and he gets injured in the 80th minute from some strong challenge, we're saying why didn't you take him off?
Yeah, but not 2-1 down, you know?
But you still think? I mean, even like sure it didn't work out, but like we created chances afterwards. It's not like they came off.
Yeah,
And,
I'm
like,
not mad they
really
took
bad.
off Dembele. Honestly, I'm not mad. It just shows that Lucho, he's clearly prioritizing the Arsenal game.
I mean,
And
as you
this
should, as you
this
should.
is just something between us PSG fans. Like, you know, Lucho's speech, it's mirroring what he was basically saying before the City game, that they're gonna see a peak PSG. So I think we're gonna style out on Tuesday.
I gotta say, I like the feeling of not winning before a huge game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, I disagree. I disagree.
Remember when we lost to Lille and beat Bayern in 2021? I think the
That's fine.
Gautier.
You know what I like better though? I like winning and going into the game winning. Like,
Oh, the undefeated streak. Fuck that shit, man.
but you're saying that now
There's
that
still a
you lost
trouble.
it. Like, I
There's
mean,
still a trouble. There's still a trouble. There's still a
true,
trouble.
true.
There's still
Obviously,
a
the
Club
trouble is
World
the
Cup.
biggest thing.
There's still a Super Cup. You know, there's so much shit we can win. We can win the most trophies ever by a club side in a single season.
Hmm.
We can actually fucking do that. Bro, fuck the undefeated, unbeaten record. Fuck all
But
that.
what would have been better is if we did all that and we were undefeated in the league. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. No, like, that's rarefied air, but you can't have them all, you know?
Yo, Junior Tosin, we have to end the stream here.
Gotcha.
And we focus on. I'm thinking I'll probably have a live stream potentially tomorrow after the game. One on the weekend, so Tosin for sure. And then obviously we'll have the usual preview on Monday ahead of the game. But yeah, Junior, very happy you could come on, share your thoughts. We'll be talking much more about this game, obviously. Tosin, as usual. Pleasure coming on. And yeah, we have 5 days left until the game versus Arsenal. Let's get it. Let's get it. Rather, Junior, Tosin, take care.
See ya.
See ya. Take care, Junior. Yeah, everyone, enjoy your weekends. Prepare mentally for this game as the PSG players are doing. And yeah, and as usual, allez, allez, allez Paris, allez Paris, allez Paris. 4 days, even less. Allez.